Welcome to Daily Papers, the podcast where we break down the latest and greatest research papers into something you can actually understand.
Today, we're diving into a really important paper from the Allen Institute for AI. It's called Olmo 3, and it's all about a new family of AI language models.
Another AI model? It feels like we get a new one every week. What makes this one special enough to talk about?
That's the key question, and the answer is one big, important word: openness. The Olmo 3 models are what the authors call fully open.
Okay, I've heard terms like open source and open weight before. Is fully open just a new buzzword, or is there a real difference?
There's a huge difference. Think about it like baking a cake. Most open AI models are open weight. That's like a bakery giving you a finished, delicious cake. You can eat it, you can slice it, you can serve it, but you have no idea how they made it. You don't have the recipe.
Right, the final product is there, but the process is a secret.
Exactly. But a fully open model like Olmo 3 is different. It's like the bakery giving you the cake, but also the entire detailed recipe book. Every single ingredient, the exact oven temperature, the mixing times, every step they took, and even the notes on batches that didn't turn out so well.
Wow, okay, so you get the whole story, warts and all. What's in this Olmo 3 family then? Is it just one model?
It's a whole family built on the same foundation. First, there's Olmo 3 base. That's the foundational model, the starting point. It's like the perfectly mixed cake batter before you decide on the frosting.
And what do they do with that batter?
They bake it into two main versions. The first is their flagship model, called Olmo Think, and the name's a big clue. This model is trained to perform step-by-step reasoning. Before it gives you a final answer, it actually writes out its thinking trace, breaking the problem down before giving you the final answer. This is fantastic for transparency and for tackling really tricky problems.
That's cool. What's the other version?
The other one is Olmo Instruct. This is more like the chatbots we're used to. It's optimized to give you shorter, more direct responses. You ask a question, you get an answer. It's great for general chat where you don't need to see all the background thinking.
So you have a thinker and a doer. The paper also mentions numbers like 7B and 32B. What's that about?
That refers to the size of the model, specifically the number of parameters, so 7 billion and 32 billion parameters. You can think of parameters as the knobs and dials inside the AI's brain. Generally, more parameters mean the model can learn more complex patterns, but it's also bigger and more expensive to run.
Got it. So let's get back to that recipe book. How exactly do you build one of these models from the ground up? What's in the fully open recipe?
The paper calls this the model flow, and it's broken into a few major stages. It all starts with building that Olmo 3 base. The first step is called pre-training.
That's where they just feed it the entire internet, right?
Pretty much. They feed it a massive data set they built called Dolma 3, which is about 6 trillion tokens of text. A token is like a piece of a word. This stage is like giving the AI a general education. It reads websites, books, scientific papers, and code to learn the fundamentals of language and knowledge.
Okay, so that's its high school education. What's next?
Next is mid-training. If pre-training is high school, mid-training is like sending the AI to college for a specialized degree. They use a smaller but much higher quality dataset of about 100 billion tokens to jumpstart its skills in specific areas like math, coding, and reasoning.
So it's getting more focused. The paper also mentions a long context extension. What does that do?
This is a really important step. It teaches the model to read and understand incredibly long pieces of text. Think tens of thousands of words. It means it can process an entire report, a chapter of a book, or a complex legal document all at once, which is crucial for many real-world tasks.
So now we have our highly educated Olmo 3 base model. How does it become the think or instruct?
That's the final stage, called post-training. This is where they fine-tune the model for specific jobs. They use a few techniques. One is showing it lots of examples of high-quality questions and answers. Another is showing it two different answers to the same question and teaching it which one is better.
So you're really polishing its skills for a specific role.
Exactly. And the most important part is that the Olmo team has released everything from this entire flow. All the data, all the code, the checkpoints at every stage, the whole recipe book.
Which brings us to the big question. Why does this matter so much? Why is giving away the whole recipe book a good thing?
For AI researchers, it's an absolute goldmine. They can finally look under the hood of a state-of-the-art model. They can study how it learned, why it makes certain mistakes, and how to build better, safer models in the future. The paper says you can even trace the model's reasoning back to the specific data it was trained on, which is incredible for transparency.
So it helps the scientists. What about the rest of us?
It pushes the entire field towards being more open and accountable. When the knowledge to build powerful AI is shared, it's not just in the hands of a few giant companies. It allows for more competition, more innovation, and more people examining these systems for safety and bias.
And I have to ask, is the cake actually any good? Is Olmo 3 a powerful model?
Oh yes, the fully open part doesn't mean they sacrificed quality. The paper shows that Olmo 3 is one of the strongest open models ever released at its size. It's highly competitive with the best models out there, especially in areas like math and reasoning. It proves that you can be transparent and still be at the top of your game.
So to wrap up, Olmo 3 isn't just another language model. It's a statement about how AI should be built, openly, transparently, and collaboratively.
That's the perfect way to put it. It's not just the finished cake, it's the full, unabridged recipe book, inviting everyone else into the kitchen to learn, experiment, and bake something even better next time.
A fantastic step forward for OpenAI. That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for tuning in to Daily Papers.